Hi. Today I'm going to talk about selecting denim for your jeans. So firstly I'm going to talk about the difference between rigid denim and stretch denim. So rigid denim is denim that does not have any stretch in either direction. So this is a rigid denim and you can see I'm really pulling on it both directions and there's no stretch other than just, you know, there's a tiny bit of give, but it is not a stretchy fabric. The content for this is 100% cotton, and that's really important. Here is another example of a non-stretch fabric, okay? So you can see when I pull it, there's no stretch whatsoever. On the other hand, here's a fabric, this is a black denim with stretch. And you can see how much that stretches, mainly in the widthways direction, but it has got a lot of stretch. So if you are sewing a pattern, not just jeans, any pattern for that matter, if the pattern specifies non-stretch, then really you do need to use a non-stretch fabric. If you use a stretch fabric, where like a stretch woven, where it calls for non-stretch woven, the sizing will be really off on you, and also what can happen is throughout the day your pants could grow terribly and end up falling off, which we definitely don't want. Okay, so let's talk specifically about selecting a rigid or non-stretch woven denim for your jeans project, your Muna and Broad jeans project. So denim comes in different weights, and that's most often given either in ounces per square yard or in grams per square meter if you live in a metric country. So I recommend for our jeans using anything above a 10-ounce denim. That's a heavyweight denim. So 10 ounces, so it's when a fabric mentions the weight in ounces, it actually means ounces per square yard. So 10 ounces per square yard is equal to 339 grams per square meter. So if you're in a country that uses the metric system for fabrics, then you will be looking for a denim weight greater than 339 grams per square yard, equivalent to 10 ounce. My own personal preference is actually greater than 10 ounce. I really like 12 ounce denim, but 10 ounce is fine too. So these are heavyweight denims. So this is a 12 ounce denim. This is in its unwashed state. I'd like to show you a 12 ounce denim that has been washed. So here's one that's been washed. It's important to note that the weight doesn't necessarily describe the softness of a denim. I suspect when I wash this other one up, it's still going to be a little bit stiffer than this one. So this is still very thick, very sturdy, no stretch at all, but it's going to be lovely and soft when it's washed up. I mean, sorry, it's washed up now, but it's going to be lovely soft when it's sewn up. Here's another 12 ounce denim. And you can see that this one is softer from the get-go, okay? This is unwashed, and again, no stretch, but it's heavy weight, but it is going to give a little bit more drape than the other one. So I really need to consider what I'm using it for. So when I choose denim for a fabric, for a project, what I'm actually doing is I'm looking at more than just the weight. So firstly, I would look at the weight, and then secondly, I would look at the softness or drape of it. So here's an example. Here's a hemp denim, and this is, I think, just probably maybe a 6, 7, or 8 ounce denim. You can see it's very thin. Now, hemp cotton denim is a lovely fabric to wear. It's very, very soft. But if I want to make a pattern that I don't actually want much drape for, this is not going to be appropriate. This is a bit thicker. This is about a 10 ounce, maybe 9. If these ones didn't have the weight on them. And then this is a 12 ounce, very sturdy. So if I'm making a rigid denim pattern, I really do prefer a 12 ounce myself, but a 10 ounce will work fine too. When I compare denims, so here is, this is actually a toile that I pulled apart. I don't know what the weight of this is, but I'm telling you, it is very stiff. It's at least a 12 ounce, maybe a 13 ounce. This was dead stock. And this is actually a really interesting denim. See if we can focus on the fabric there. There we go. The weave, you can see, is actually like a broken twill. So it's kind of, if you compare that to a typical denim, which is just a straight 3x1 twill, they're different. Anyway, this one's quite stiff. Even though this is already washed, it's gonna remain kind of stiff to be worn. And so if I'm selecting this fabric, I need to know that it's going to give a slightly more stiff finish on my garment. If I make the same pattern up in this one, which is a little bit softer, it's going to sit a bit better. So, but then if I'm doing jeans, I don't want it to be too soft because you don't want the jeans to be like floppy. So anyway, I'm looking forward to making this one up a lot. Another option for these jeans patterns is to use a canvas. Here's a canvas that I've washed up. It's probably about a 10 ounce. The canvas will definitely give a different look to your garment, but this is fine. The main thing is it doesn't have any stretch and it's not too drapey. So we don't want to select something too drapey for jeans patterns. There is one more option that we can consider, and you're going to think I'm crazy because now I'm going to break all the rules, but and that is what is called a comfort stretch. So comfort stretch denim has got 1% or less of spandex, and you can see there's just the barest amount of stretch. So if we compare that to a true stretch denim, okay, so this is a true stretch denim, probably has at least 2 or 3%, maybe more spandex. And then there's this comfort stretch, which has about 1% spandex. This behaves more like a non-spandex denim, and we can use that more or less interchangeably. So just beware that it's going to grow over time as you wear it, but it will give just a little bit of give through the waist and the hips, and so it will make it a little bit more comfortable. But comfort stretch denims are appropriate for using in a rigid denim pattern. They're not appropriate for using in a stretch denim pattern. So I hope that was helpful for you. Remember, for our jeans patterns, for our rigid jeans pattern, we recommend at least a 10 ounce rigid non-stretch denim, and my personal preference is a 12 ounce. So I hope that was helpful.